So now in Dashakam 72, 71 we saw Krura comes to see the Lord and invite him. That's when Kamso Tana Radagira. Finally, what happened is Kamsa comes there, and Kamsa he comes to know from Narada. Narada Gira, from the speech or from what Narada was saying, that Krishna and Balarama are in Vrindavanam only. So he sends his minister Akrura, who was a son of Gandhineyam, son of Gandhini. That's how he gets the name Akrura. And son of Gandhini, for him, another name was Akrura. He sends Akrura as a messenger to invite both the boys for the Malla Yuddham. Now, it was actually a Malla Yuddham. It was called a Karmukha Makachalataha. That means it was actually a festival, it seems. So basically, in those times, just as now we have a lot of sources for entertainment. And you go and watch a movie, a drama, this, that, so many things that happen. In those times, the king or in the palace only, there used to be some entertainment, maybe like a music program or so, or maybe someone reciting, rendering poems that they have, or something like this, wrestling match or things like that, Malla Yuddham. There was also a festival or a sacrifice called worshipping the bow, it seems, Bow, like the Shiva Dhanusham in Ramayana. So, like this, there were few sacrifices that were going on. Now, this Akrura was it Akrura Esha Bhavat Angri. Now, Akrura was a great devotee of the Lord, and because he was a minister of Kamsa, and because of the fear that he had, he could not ever see Krishna. It seems he would never get the darshana of Krishna because Kamsa is an enemy of the Lord. And being a minister, Akrura knew the rules of Rajadharmam. He said that under the fear of Kamsa, I cannot go and meet the enemy of Kamsa. But now he was very much happy. He said that a time will definitely come when the Lord, he himself paves a way that I will get his darshana. This was the time. So this is when I think in I told you previously also, Akrura ends up thanking Kamsa also. That's when few people around they get very angry after he reaches Vrindavanam, of course. That why are you sitting and thanking Kamsa? Kamsa is the person who has stopped you from meeting the Lord. Kamsa is the one for whom you are doing all these things. You are sacrificing your life. You are putting your life in danger. Also, you never know, the Lord or the people of Vrindavanam may even cause some harm to you because you have come to take both the boys to Mathura. Krura said that I have to thank Kamsa. If not for Kamsa, I would have never got the darshanam of the Lord, because through Kamsa. Now, Kamsa, of course, he had his own selfish purpose behind it, that you please go and invite both the boys. But because Akrura got this chance, he got an opportunity to witness or see Krishna Balarama seek their blessings and so on. So that is the reason why Akrura also ends up thanking Kamsa here. And this is again a very, very important life lesson, that there can be a few tough people, tough situations, difficult situations in our life that come in, but ultimately towards the end, they might be in our own welfare, they might be in our own benefit, and that's the reason these tough situations also might give us some good results at the end. So this Akrura's episode that is there is an example for that. Now finally Akrura becomes very happy because he's got an opportunity to meet the Lord. And that's when it seems that Akrura goes in a chariot. Rathena sa eva soyam rathena sukruti. He goes in a chariot, and there were a lot of thoughts that were coming to his mind. And it seems that while he was going only, he had already imagined himself in Vrindavanam, how I'll see the Lord, how the Lord will be looking at me, how actually now all these days I was just imagining. But one final day, if I'm going to look at him physically, how will he look, and so on. That's when Akrura continuously kept praying. It seems that all the obstacles that come in my way, all that should go away, and nothing else. He was just purely thinking of the Lord only. And that's when different questions come to his mind. Drakshami Veda Shatagita Gatim Pomamsam. Will I be able to meet the Lord actually? Will I be able to see him properly? Will he come and embrace me? Will he come and accept me? And so on. Will I be able to touch him properly? What will he say to me? Where will I see him? So, like this, there were different questions that come in the mind of Akrura. That's when finally Akrura, it seems that once he was about to reach Vrindavanam, he saw the Lord. And before, like the Lord's presence was seen in Vrindavanam. It is believed that even today also, if we go to Mathura, Vrindavanam, Gokulam or so, we can actually feel the presence of Krishna. Of course, these are all personal experiences. The localites might be knowing more. So here, Akrura, it seems that as soon as he entered Vrindavanam, he could experience the presence of the Lord and ultimate bliss that was there. Finally, it seems that before Akrura did not go and directly meet Krishna, he saw various places around Vrindavanam where the Lord had done his various leelas, maybe killing the asuras, or maybe as a small child he was sporting with his cattle, the Rasa Leela, and so on. And it seems that Bhavacharana Ankito Ankisho Ankitesho Pasumshu Aveshtata, verse number 6. Pasumshu meaning Akrura, it seems that he rolled on the Padadhuli, on the dust, because the Lord had moved over all that. Even today, again, we do things like Anga Pradakshinam and so on. Or in Vrindavanam, or even the Govardhana Yatra that people do. There also, if you see, some people will roll down on the dust that is there and move about because the Lord has walked through these places. The same thing here, Akrura also was being done. And that's when it seems that the experience which Akrura had, it could not be expressed in words. Bhattatri has described this very, very beautifully. Bhakti Darala Virala Paratman. Finally, what happened is, by doing all this somehow, now Akrura reached around late afternoon or so, or you can say late morning, noon time. But finally, when he was about to meet the Lord, it was almost evening. Why? Because the entire afternoon he was in a trance or so. He had entered Vrindavanam, he was experiencing the presence of the Lord, he visited places where the Lord was there, and so on. So in that, he spent a lot of time doing that. Finally, it seems that he saw, when he was about to reach Vrindavanam, he was near the residence of Sayam Sagopa Bhavanani. He was near the house of Krishna. That's when he saw various other Gopas also doing their work. That's when finally, verse number 8, Tavad Dadarsha Pashudo Havilo Kalolam. Finally, Akrura, he saw the Lord with his elder brother Balarama, and both of them were, it seems that, milking the cows also, because that was their main occupation that they had. And it was as if the Lord himself was waiting for the arrival of Akrura, because one important purpose of Krishna Avtaram was the killing of Kamsa and meeting his original parents Devaki and Vasudeva, who were eagerly waiting for the Lord for so many years, right? Now Devaki and Vasudeva had not lost their one son, both the children. Balarama also was a son of Devaki only, who was transferred to the womb of Rohini. So both of them were, the Devaki Vasudeva had lost both their sons together. So it was as if the Lord himself was waiting for a chance. The Lord himself was waiting for Akrura to come in. And finally, what happened is Akrura saw Krishna and Balarama. Both were very well dressed, it seems, in blue and yellow garments. Yellow, Pitambaram for the Lord, Neelambaram, blue garments for Balarama. They had ornaments also. All of them were looking very charming, both of them. That's when it seems that Akrura surrendered, fell at the feet of the Lord. The Lord lifted him also, and both of them, they embraced each other. And generally, they were started talking about their well-being. How is everything in Mathura? How are people in your house, and so on. That's when the Lord and Balarama, both of them, they held the hand of Akrura, it seems, and took him to their house. Now, that's when finally Nanda also comes there. Nanda also, along with Krishna and Balarama, he honored Akrura who was there, because if you see, the Vrindavanam also came under the kingdom of Mathura only. So therefore, a king's minister has come automatically. Nandagopa and the fellow people of Vrindavanam had a lot of respect towards the Lord, and that's when, in general, it seems that they all had a normal chat, and that's when they started talking to Akrura about various matters also. What is happening in the kingdom? What is the main purpose? Akrura also conveys his message, why he has come, and so on. That's when what happened is, towards the end of Dashakam 72, Chandra Grihe Kimuta Chandra Bhaga Griheto Radha Griheno Kimu Maitra Vinde. Now here what happened is, that night, now because Akrura had arrived, the Lord did not give darshanam to the Gopikas. That's when now the Gopikas started cursing the Lord, it seems, and said that maybe this Lord who is there, he might be in the house of Chandra or Chandrabhaga, Radha, Mitravinda. These are all names of fellow Gopikas who are there. They suspected that the Lord might be there in all such places also. And thus, Bhattatri concludes that even one night or even for some time, if the Lord was not there, this itself was causing a lot of trouble for the fellow Gopas, Gopikas also, and even for Akrura. So the presence of the Lord was something which was mesmerizing. Everyone wanted the presence of the Lord. Similarly, Marut Puranathapaya, O Lord of Guruvayur, just as your presence is felt everywhere, I also need your grace to be showered on me so that I can be protected from my ailments. Next, Dashakam 73. Finally, what happened is, the Lord finally, after Akrura had conveyed the message also, next day, all of them started preparing to leave Mathura. Now, all the Gopikas, everyone became very sad that the Lord was leaving from here. Now, if you see, as per the Krishna Leela stories also, once the Lord leaves Mathura, he doesn't return back. Or we don't have much stories of returning back. Yashoda Devi also becomes very sad. And suddenly, like it was just a change in a night, right? And all of them just come and say, how is this possible? And so on, why all such things are happening. And that's when they start having a talk amongst themselves saying that how can Krishna do this and so on. So all this the girls started talking, and that's when it seems that the Lord, he felt that no, I myself will not go and meet the Gopikas. He sends one Nijamitra Mandalai. He sends one of his companions to go and console the Lord, and he goes and he tells his friend to convey a message that I shall be very near. I shall come back to you, and soon all of you will be very happy and so on. So this was a message which Krishna conveys to the Gopikas. And it seems that when the Lord was leaving Mathura, all the women, the Gopikas also, they all started crying and wailing loudly, it seems. But the Lord also had to leave along with Balarama in a Krura's chariot. Now it seems that all the Gopas also who were there from Vrindavanam, they also followed Krishna and Balarama to Mathura. They had to cross a river, they had to cross Yamuna Nadi also, and finally, it seems that even the animals and trees also became sad. Vanam Artamrigam meaning animals became sad, sorrowful animals. Vishanna Vriksham, Vishannaha, sad trees. When the trees also started drying up, it seems, because the Lord was leaving Vrindavanam and going. Finally, after crossing all this, they reached the banks of the Yamuna. There, Akrura, he took a bath in the Yamuna, did his daily Sandhyavandanadi karmas that was there. And now here, if you see very carefully, you must note, Niyamaya Nimajjava Renitva, Niyamaya Nimajja. He did his Nitya Karma there. Why only Akrura did? Why Krishna and Balarama did not do? Here an important question comes in because Krishna's Yajnopavita Karma had not happened till then. Only after killing of Kamsa it had happened. So therefore the Nitya Karma, Sandhyavandanadi Karmas were not done by Krishna at this junction because the Yajnopavita Samskaram had not happened yet. So you might not feel that why only Akrura did. It was because Akrura had his Yajnopavitam done, whereas Krishna and Balarama still Yajnopavita Samskaram was not yet done. That's the reason why they did not do anything, only Akrura ended up doing that. And it seems that Akrura was so much immersed even in the waters of the Yamuna also. When he went down there also he saw a reflection of the Lord only, and everywhere he went he was seeing the Lord, and Akrura became very happy and he didn't know what to do, what to say also. And here it seems that, well, Akrura, it is believed that in the banks of the Yamuna, when he took a dip inside the water, it seems that he saw the Lord sleeping on Adishesha, it seems, with Shankar, Chakra, Gada, Kamalam, and so on. And there were all various gods, Siddhas also. So, like the darshana he will give in Vaikuntham, similar darshanam he got inside the waters of the Yamuna. That's the reason Ganga, Yamuna also, why they are considered to be holy rivers. Why is Yamuna considered a very holy river is because Akrura also had got a darshana of the Lord inside the water. And that's when again Akrura could not believe what he saw. And finally, what happened is Akrura he became speechless. So Dashakam 74, 73 ends this way that he became speechless. Somehow he comes out the water of the Yamuna and he sits near the Lord, it seems, who was waiting patiently in the chariot for Akrura to come out of the water. Similarly, Pavane Shapa Himam Tvam, just as you showered your grace on Akrura, please shower your grace on me also. With this, Dashakam 73 ends. Okay, till here is everyone following? Yeah. Finally, Dashakam 74. Now Mathura, they are about to reach Mathura also. Finally, the Lord reached Mathura. Sampraptaf Mathuram Dina Ardhavigame, meaning around noon time also. When half day was over, at that time they reached Mathura. They had lunch also in the outskirts, and finally the Lord proceeded to see the city also. And there, what happened is all the people of Mathura also were eagerly waiting for the Lord to arrive because everyone had seen and heard, everyone had heard about the Lord, but nobody had actually got an opportunity to see, right? So finally, all of them were very eager to see. Now, even the women folk who were there, they had also known about the experiences of the Gopikas and Vrindavanam. So now the women folk in Mathura also were excited to see the Lord. It seems that how they describe the Lord Saraga Subagaha. Seems that one said that the Lord has got a reddish tinge also. That is, uh, especially people who are fair complexion also, sometimes they have that red color skin, right? That from far off, if you see, especially small children also. Like that, the Lord also had, it seems he was glowing there. And it seems that the eyes of the Lord were moving left and right. Why so? In glances, because people, the Lord was moving in between both the sides. There were people who were waiting for the darshanam of the Lord. All of them, it seems that they were continuously looking at the Lord, the ornaments he was wearing, the clothes he was wearing, the way he was walking, and so on. Everyone just got lost after seeing the Lord. Finally, what happened is, it seems that there what happened, there was a washerman who was there. Rajakam Kanche. Now, so the Lord had worn clothes while he left from Vrindavan. Now the Lord felt that I need some new clothes because Vishnu, if you see Lord Vishnu, let it be Krishna Avtaram, Rama Avtaram also, Rama Avtaram except for the Vanavasam period, Vishnu always likes to deck himself well. Alankara Priyaha Vishnu, Abhisheka Priyaha Shivaha, as we say. So therefore here what happened is Krishna also, he asked a Rajakaha, he asked a washerman nearby that you please give me some new clothes to wear if you have. That's when now this Rajakaha who was there, he was a friend of Kamsa. Or maybe due to the fear of Kamsa, he said, who's going to give you royal robes or so? Kahate dasyati rajaki avasanam, go away. This is how the Rajaka spoke immediately. The Lord, what he got was, he cut off the head of the washerman with with his Sudarshana Chakra that is there. Immediately it seems that Rajakaha, the washerman who was there, he attained moksha. Now this is an incident, a leela of the Lord. The washerman had already done a lot of papa karma previously. That's the reason due to this leela. This incident was just a medium for the Rajakaha, for the washerman to attain moksha. Next, what happened is, looking at all this, there was another weaver who was there, a tailor, local tailor there. He comes there, he gives good clothes to the Lord also. That's when the Lord also blessed him. And further, what happened is Amala Karaha, Mala Bhistabakaihi, a person who makes flowers also. He comes, he offers a lot of garlands, bouquets also to the Lord. He starts singing praises. And also, it seems that now, here, a very important question. He was very happy. Now, if you see, clothes were asked by the Lord only, but flowers also were not asked by the Lord. The Malakaraha himself came to offer flowers. So, here is when the Lord asks the Malakaraha, the garland maker, saying that, what do you want? Anything you want from my end? The person who was there, he asks for only one thing. He says, I just need bhakti towards you to increase. If bhakti increases, automatically I will get all other things. Very beautiful thing which the Malakarha asks, and the Lord gives him bhakti, no doubt, and also blesses him with lot of wealth. Param Lakshmi Chalakshmi Pate. So, O Lord of Lakshmi, Lord of Lakshmi was blessed. That is, Lord of wealth and prosperity was blessed to the Malakarha. Then further, as he moves about, he sees a beautiful woman also. She had got very good eyes, but she was a hunchback. Kubjam. She was a hunchback, and it seems that now what she had was, she had a lot of fragrant substances, sandalwood, this, that, also, and she came to offer that to the Lord, saying that you apply all this, you look very good. And that's when it seems that a lot of bhakti, due to the grace of the Lord only, it seems Ragam Adadaha Tasyaha Mahantam. The Lord blessed her, it seems, with lot of love and bhakti towards the Lord only. And it seems that the Lord, what he did was, he held her chin in one hand, and by just giving a gentle pull, you can consider, the hunchback went away. The lady, the woman turned into a young lady. She became one of the most Jagat Sundari. She became one of the most beautiful women, not only in Mathura, in the entire world. Jagat Sundari. Finally, now what happened is, like this, there were few people who came in. Moreover, the common people of Mathura who were there, they also had a lot of faith in the Lord, and they also ended up offering something or the other, Yatha Shakti, whatever they had, they ended up offering that also to the Lord according to their capacity. And what they offered is Tambula Malya Adikam. Someone offered them Tambula, that is betel leaf also. Someone offered a few flowers, someone offered a small garland, also Yatha Shakti, whatever was there. But it seems that here Bhattatri, he cries out, Nibadda Anjalihi na atishtam. In this line of devotees who were patiently waiting to see you, I was not present there, O Lord. Bataha yataha adya, because of which today adya vipulam artim vrajami prabhu. I'm experiencing great sorrow. Maybe that day if I was there in this queue and I would have offered you something, maybe you could have also removed all my ailments. But unfortunately, due to my own karma, I could not be present there. That's the reason this faith I have to experience such great sorrow. But that's when the Lord finally, again, Bhattacharya continues, wherein now all the people who were there, once Krishna started passing about, he was entering the city, moving towards the kingdom, people start feeling bad. People started feeling bad that the Lord was going away. That's when he said that I will definitely come again to meet all of you. And that's when the Lord was about to enter the main outer gate of Mathura. And it seems that there what happened is Mahaharsha Ullasa Devaki Vakshoja Pragalat Payodasam. Just as Devaki got the news of Krishna coming, it seems that her breasts that were there, they started flowing with milk. Payorasam. Why? And she became very happy due to the arrival of the Lord. So here, how come such things can happen is, if you see, Devaki had not got an opportunity to give milk even to a single child that is there, forget about Krishna alone. So here in that happiness that is there, it seems that Payorasam, which is equal to Amritam also. So if you see, mother's milk that is there, more one point is no doubt the nutrition part that comes in, moreover that it is the motherly affection that is associated with the child. Now of course few people will argue, what for few mothers who don't have milk also, that doesn't mean that those mothers don't have affection, but the milk which comes out, that is a sign of affection that comes in. That's how is the comparison here. So it seems that Devaki became so happy by looking at the Lord. That's when finally what happened is the Lord enters the hall also where the great bow was kept, and all of them, the guards, people, ministers, everyone was looking at the Lord. Now it was a bow sacrifice. A great bow was kept, a lot of garlands, flowers also, and it seems that before even the bow sacrifice started, things started, the Lord came, he took up the bow also, he stung it and he also broke it. The guards who were standing there said, no, no, don't do it. The program has not yet started. The Lord said, I've already finished my program. I'm leaving from you. That's when now what happened is, it seems that the bow that was there, the breaking of the bow, it gave a very terrific sound, it seems, and it was like a sign saying that the next day this evil Kamsa is going to be killed. Even Kamsa also started trembling, it seems. And when the guards came, two guards came to stop the Lord from doing so, with the same broken pieces of the bow that was there, the Lord blowed both the guards away. Both of them were beaten severely, it seems. Finally, Dashakam 74 concludes that the people of Mathura realized the greatness of the Lord. And in the remaining time that was there, the Lord moved about in the city also, viewing its prosperity. And in the evening time, he again returned back to the place. That's when he talked to a lady called Sridhamna Saha. He talked to Sridhama. Sridhama is also another word for Balarama, I suppose. And because he had been separated from Radharani, it seems that he talks about that also in the evening. Finally, the Lord went to sleep at night. He was feeling very happy because one purpose, Avatara Karya Ghatanat, one purpose of his avataram was going to be fulfilled, that is killing of Kamsa. Vatesha Samrakshama. Similarly, Bhattatri concludes that just as you are fulfilling each karyam, each you can say leela of your avataram that is there, similarly you shower your grace also on me, because one purpose of your avataram is also to cure me of my ailments. So don't forget that, O Lord. With this, Dashakam 74 comes to an end.